right. Woo. What's up, y'all? All right. So I'm all over the place. I'm doing my hair right now. I'm trying to get to y'all. I haven't eaten and I'm about to eat with y'all. But let's get started off right. Regardless of what's going on, we're going to get started off right. So let's think about pleasant things. Think about that recent event that you just had, that time that you had, that moment that you had, made you laugh, smile, feel good. Think about those things. It could be a park, it could be a pet, it can be a person, it could be time by yourself, it can be anything that makes you feel good feelings, warm feelings, joyful feelings, laugh that puts a smile on your face. Let's think about those things. Let's think about those things and think about those things. And that's how we like to get started. All right, y'all. So I'm in the middle of doing my hair. And like I said, I haven't eaten. So I'm going to multitask here because I want to talk to y'all about something. And it's perfect that I'm eating because I'm not going to be eating this for long, right? So first, let me check on y'all. Let me see how y'all doing. And let me go get Facebook too. So hold on, y'all. I got to get Facebook on here. I hope everybody's doing well. I had a good week. This week, a lot of people are looking forward to back to school stuff. I think that's a big topic. People are actually going back to school. And so there's excitement about that. It's not that else. People still trying to enjoy the rest of their summer, some folks. And, as the summer winds down, the last vacays are trying to be taken. Those bold enough to go venture out, even though all of this craziness is going on around us. And so, let me see. Yes, I hope everybody's well and doing well. Not, living life, because when it all comes down to it, no matter what, you create your life. And so what you do or don't do is going to make your life, right? Trying to get Facebook on here. And it looks like, is that going to happen? And because I didn't want to postpone it for a later time, I went ahead and jumped on without my tea. So I'm about to eat. Hold on. Okay, here I go. All right. So mid-August, we straight in the middle of August. And like I said, with that, that's toward the end of the summer. Okay, what happened? All right, I'm tripping. I'm just trying to get Facebook on here, I told you. And doing all those things or whatever. So feel free to comment or whatever right now before I get into the topic. Y'all know it is time for another cleanse and getting back on track, because I'm going to tell y'all about what's going on. Look, getting back on track. There is a lot of different stuff going on with the Facebook Live. I got to look into that. Let me see. Today is the 15th, right? Where I'm putting titles now. So the setup is different when you go on it now. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. I won't go into detail, but put something on it. Right? Anywho, because I think I'm about live now. Let me see. Can't tell. Hold up. I can't tell. Okay. All right, so I am. So I'm on with Facebook too. How everybody on Facebook? Y'all missed the beginning. Y'all know how I like to start. And so go ahead and take a few seconds and think about those pleasant things before we get started. I just want to check in with everybody, see how everybody's doing before I get into it. I haven't eaten, and this is late for me because I don't usually eat late. I usually take like one day of the week where I will, I don't give myself restrictions. I give myself restrictions. Y'all know. So today's topic, we talking about the cleanse because it's needed. I haven't eaten anything since this morning, so I'm hungry. All right. All I'm eating right now, anybody curious, is some spaghetti and some vegetables. Right, I'm still doing the vegan thing, kind of, sort of. I kind of got off of that, right? As I came back to the States, I just threw everything out the window for a minute. But this is what I'm talking about today, getting back on track. All right, so I think it started, if y'all know, let me recap a little bit. So about how many years ago? I started transitioning to a healthy eating lifestyle about 3 years ago. I think I can go all the way back to my teen years. I'm gonna remind y'all of a story I know I told y'all. So me and my brother is close to my age. We decided, and we didn't talk about it or anything. We just I guess that's the blood relation or whatever. We decided to stop eating pork as teens. So I think we decided this around the same time. So I take my journey, my eating journey, my healthy eating journey all the way back to then. As I eat this not so great dish right now. Hold on. So we decided to stop eating pork. Now our mom is from the South, and if you're from the South, Southern folks eat just everything, like every part of the pig, back in the day anyway. So my mom wasn't happy about this because that meant that we would no longer eat a lot of the things that she cooked and everything. But I was 16 when I decided to stop eating pork. And so that was my first major transition when it came to food, because I haven't eaten pork since then. Not even slipping. Like the first year was a little difficult because my big thing was, and I ate pork regularly, right? My big thing back then was spiced ham. And everybody doesn't know about spiced ham, but that was the thing for me to give up and kick. So that was the one thing I still, had to kind of, work with or whatever. But that was when I was 16. And so since then, and I'm gonna bring it forward real quick. Since then, I've been, concerned about my health and everything as I put on baby weight, want to take it off, put on baby weight, want to take it off. And going through that, women, we go through that, and so we always concerned, or it always is something that's in our lives as women. the weight loss and weight gain is always a part of us because of that, I think. And so, my next major transition when it came to food was I started to step away from red meat. And that was about, I want to say 5 years ago. I just reduced the amount of red meat I used to eat. At that time, I was a big girl. Now, that wasn't because of red meat, but it was because I was just not eating healthy. I had unhealthy habits. I was eating a lot of junk. So, in about that time, I gained about, I'm tall, so this number is going to sound really big, but I got to 260 pounds. All right, so I made it up to 260 pounds. And, it's some of that had a lot was going on. Anyway, so at that time, I decided to go ahead and lose weight. So this is all leading up into present day. As y'all know, and I'm sitting at the table right now, I'm gonna do a body shot before we end, I think. Or maybe I'll put one up later. But I had lost from 260 pounds. My most recent weight where I lost all of my goals. Well, I lost all my weight in my goals. Was I got all the way down to 163 pounds, and that was before that quarantine mess that I went through. Okay. Anyway, so I reached my goal. I had lost just about 100 pounds, y'all. But since that quarantine situation and coming back here, I'm back in the States now. I checked my weight the other day, and your girl done put on enough, I'm close to 20 pounds heavier than at 163. And 163 is not my goal weight. As a matter of fact, that was actually lower than my goal, but girl got to get back on track. All right. And so I'm reaching out to y'all. So those of y'all, and it's about that time of year where we kind of think about that stuff. If you haven't done your weight loss goals before the summer, sometimes by the end of the summer, as the kids go back to school, you kind of pick it up again because everything changes. You got a little bit more time for yourself, a little bit more time to exercise, and so sometimes this is the time of year anyway where we get focused back on the physical health, the shell. That's what the shell work. That's what I call it. Now, mind you, I put all of this in a book. So on Amazon, Drop the Pounds is the book. And we're going to go through this because this is part of getting back on track. But that's the second part of it. The first part is the cleanse. Actually, that is all together. So what I'm going to do is, and y'all, I don't like eating meat. I'm feeling like it's crazy late. Mm-hmm. It's so late for me to be eating, but I'd rather eat now than get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, right? Anyway, so I stopped the journey by telling y'all how big I had gotten. I had gotten up to 260 pounds. And then over the last 3 years when I lost that, just about 100 pounds. Now I'm at I gained almost 20 back. So actually at this point, it's like 75 pounds. I'm about 75 pounds down. I'm gonna say 80. I don't know. Look, let me do some math. All right, so I'm 80 pounds down from the 260 that I used to be. All right. However, because I recently gained, I got to get back on track. And it's something that I'm going to go through with y'all. Anybody interested, this is what we're going to do. And so I want to talk to y'all about it. Right? And I'm eating. What's up? Y'all comment, feel free, whatever. I'm trying to multitask. Still finishing up my hair. Yeah, I know I like to change it up. I haven't worn a straight style in a long time. So switching it up. Something different. Y'all know how I do. All right, so but now I like my hair natural, which is still natural. This is just, something on top of it. But anywho, so it's time once again with me gaining. Actually, I'm 80 something down. The scale is different because they have this chain of groceries down here where they got this huge scale when you go into the grocery store. And so I jumped on that the other day. And yeah, I'm definitely about, how many pounds was that? I'm gonna say something like 17 pounds up from the 163. Now I knew I wasn't the 163 for some time because quarantine. Y'all know when I was in quarantine, quarantine 15 is that's the thing. That's a real thing. And so I knew that was when that was gone. Whatever, but now it's time to actively go ahead and drop that. And I know how to do that. And this is what I'm going to go over. And so we're going to do that as doing everything else. Right? Let me see anybody talking y'all. I'm going to miss any of y'all comments. Let me see. Hey, what's up? How you doing? All right. Yeah, well, I gotta look. I feel bad for eating actually, I've eaten in a couple of my videos before, so, but it wasn't the intention today. It's just that I've been doing my hair, and so So I haven't had a chance to eat. I haven't eaten since this morning. So I'm quite hungry right now. So what's up? Anybody out there need to lose like 10, 15 pounds? Because I guess I'm about to lose about 15 pounds. And it's funny because I was actually, getting some clothes and things recently, whatever. I'm now officially between a size 10 and 12, right? And that's a big difference for me. However, because I know that I gained this weight recently, that's going to be more like a size. I'm going to be a solid 8 probably by the end of everything. But my goal is 10, and I'm going to be about a size 10. I'm good with that. So yeah, so we're going to get into that. So I know it's kind of like some people think it's a vain thing to think about weight loss and whatnot, but no. Now, the outer work is just as important. No, I'm going to say just as important, but it is just as important as the inner work. I think we should focus more on inner work, our inner work, knowing about the internal self, knowing what's going on with you, knowing who you are. As far as on the inside, knowing about how you are in every aspect. As spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and being comfortable with who you are, being content with who you are, being happy with who you are, is very important to do inner work. But just as important, and I'm learning these things as we get older, we learn these things because we take these things for granted when we're younger. But the outer work is just as important for the amount of time you may be here or not. That's what the outer work affects. So if you don't take care of the shell, you decrease the length of time in this lifetime, this lifespan, this existence. And so, and I'm having these situations now. Y'all know I'm still trying to find out what's going on with me. The doctors are not really thinking that this thing is urgent. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And I found something on me like, how many months ago was that now? Anyway, months later, I'm back, partly due to that, and is not being treated in any urgent manner. And so it's like, okay, I guess I don't need to think about it urgently, but it's all shell work. Things happen for reasons. And when it comes to our shell, that's how we're taking care of ourselves. We're making sure that the shell is right. It's not about vanity, although it can be, of course. It's about being healthy. And when you're healthy, your body is in good health. So it reflects. You look good on the outside, and usually you are good on the outside because you're taking care of yourself, which means that you're eating, pretty balanced. You may not be a health freak, health nut, but you should be eating balanced. You're exercising on a regular basis, moving your body, that's important. And just, making sure that things are in order, getting, checked out and just making sure that you're in good health. The physical reflects what's going on with our organs and stuff. I'm going to say what's going on the inside, not necessarily, but what's going on in our organs and stuff like that. So that it connects. And so we should, give emphasis to the shell work as well. Absolutely. So I don't usually focus on it a lot. I think I should focus on it more since, I do have these issues coming up. And as I get my eating in order, it seems to have popped up, which is interesting to me because, I've been eating the healthiest I've eaten. However, I got some other things going on, whatever. But I'll talk about that as I find out what I need to. So hold on, y'all. I'm so hungry. All right. So anybody needs to lose a little bit. And I say that's a little bit because 10, 15 pounds you can lose very quickly. So, in all honesty, you can lose that in a week. However, that's not what I'm trying to do, because what I find is that I've come up with, I'm finally secure in a way that I can lose weight and keep it off. And so, although that can happen, and that may happen actually, I'm gonna go through the whole thing so that I should know how to go ahead and keep it off. And so there are some keys that I'm going to give as far as in the next couple of weeks leading up to the cleanse, because there are certain things you got to do before the cleanse. And so I'm going to go through that. And when we get to the cleanse, you should be in a situation where you are good to go as far as whatever weight journey you have. If you're trying to lose 10 to 15 pounds, that's quick. You can do that very quickly, really very quickly. But if you have something like 50 or more pounds to lose, this what I'm going to take you through is going to get you ready for that, and so that um, you can do that. You can do that absolutely. I'm proof of that. With 80 pounds down, I was 100 pounds down, 80 pounds down. Yeah. And really, me gaining the pounds that I did, besides being in that control setting, was really, just throwing stuff out the window and not thinking about stuff. Really, it wasn't. That's really what it came down to, as far as that's concerned. But I do have control over that, and so do you. And so I'm gonna take you through it, and if you got that, and you need to work on that, we're gonna go through it. I was trying to think of a good day to do that with you, so it can be like I can come to you on a certain day with this, because I like to talk about a lot of different things, and so I think Wednesday is a good day, and so not I'm just kind of getting y'all ready, and so there's no rush to it. This is going to be over the next couple months, actually. So if you want to lose a couple pounds, that's fine. But if you, like I said, you got bigger goals, or if you kind of yo-yoing and you don't know how to get that yo-yo under control, this may be good information for you too, because I went through that. Where I was going up and I was going down, and that. This is not about that. This is just about me just going buck wild, because I've been home and look, I haven't been home in a minute, and so I kind of lost it getting back here. So I'm gonna give it Wednesday. Right? So Wednesday I'm gonna get with y'all, and we're gonna go through the first parts. The first part's gonna go over. I mean, it can take longer than I'm mentioning. However, I'm gonna take it week by week so that it's no rush, because I know that I'm what I'm capable of. I know what I'm capable of. I'm going to brush off the Jump It Out workout program, that program I created last summer with the jump rope program. And so I'm going to brush that off and bring that to y'all as well. That's what we're going to do after the cleanse. And so just get ready. We're going to do that. But this is a good opportunity to talk about getting back on track, because we all get off track, right? And that's an expression most of us know about. Like, when you get off track with something, like you can think of it literally. If you're running around a track, you go over to the grass to tie your shoestrings or whatever, and drink some water or whatever. And sometimes when you stop, I'm just talking literally, because you may have done track work. We used to do exercise on the track all the time. So you sometimes will get off the track, probably. Anyway, drink some water, tie your shoe, whatever. And sometimes that pause, if you don't stay on track, is enough to kind of get you off track, like for real. Like, you don't get right back into the groove of things right away. You take that opportunity sometimes. It's not intentional sometimes, but just going to tie your shoes real quick and have some water can turn into not just 1 minute, but 15 minutes. And then before you know it, you're totally distracted from what you were going to do with being on that track. And I'm talking literally, because I've been there. So, but in life, we do that too. We got a certain destination, a certain goal we trying to get to. and we stop. We get distracted. Something happens, and we step to the side to tie the shoestring, which is for us in life is we got some drama that we got to deal with, or something that happens that comes up unexpectedly, and it takes us off track. It takes us away from the goals that we have. And with this distraction, with this thing, even sometimes our environment, sometimes we get and start hanging out with folks that y'all know how it is. We get distracted, and it can come in all forms, even including the people that we are around. You know, a note on that is, environment is key, because if you get off track and the people around you not encouraging you to get back on track, you probably need some new people around you. Because when we get off track, we really need to get back. And sometimes those distractions in life sometimes can take us months, even years, before we get back on track, depending on what happened. And so getting back on track in life can be just like that literal track where we have to get ourselves back together, back toward the goals, back focused on what we're supposed to be doing. And so, getting back on track. When I'm talking about weight loss, it can be anything that's going on in your life right now. What are your goals? Are you still going toward those goals, or have something distracted you? Has something gotten in the way? Have you kind of just gotten a state, maybe you become depressed even? Maybe this pandemic situation has gotten you feeling like, for some people, it creates different emotions in people because this is worldwide and you see the bad news. And I hope you're not feeding yourself with that, because it is something that you're feeding yourself if you are sitting there watching the news all day. So this situation that the world is going through may have you in a state where it's gotten you off track, because it has affected how you feel about things and how you're thinking about things. And some people have hopeless feelings and feelings of fearfulness and all kind of things like that, where they get off track, not because they really want to, but because this fear is being, just pushed into them. It's just like everywhere surrounding you. It's like the environment. And so these are the things that can get you off track. And so, are you on track for your goals in your life? Weight is something we're gonna talk about. If you've gotten off track on that, I'm gonna help you get back on track. What about your spiritual goals? Are you still on track with that? How about your family goals? Your relationship goals? Your financial goals? Whatever goals you have. Are you on track with them, or have you gotten distracted? Has something got you off track? And it's time to think about that stuff and get yourself back on track. And sometimes we don't know that we've even gotten off track, because maybe this distraction is so much fun. Because sometimes we do that, especially when school days. Sometimes we back in school days, we get into hanging out and going to parties and stuff and having so much fun that we get caught up in it. And it doesn't feel like a distraction because we're having a good time. But is that hanging out distracting you from your goals? You know it by whether you are continuing toward those things. Now, if you got a goal of saving a certain amount of money for the year, but you spending half your paycheck going out partying and everything else because you having so much fun, you might want to think about that. You know, that's the kind of distraction that kind of creeps up on you, and you turn around and realize that you said you want to save X amount of dollars, but you know we're close to that, but you spending X amount of dollars every week. And this list can go on and on and on. Like your spiritual goals, your family goals, your relationship goals. Just what's your mental goals. You got a certain amount of reading that you want to do. Are you putting in, are you getting those ebooks to listen to? You making sure that you're using that ride time going to work and from work to get that in, or you want to take a class of some kind? Are you still going toward those things? Whatever it is that you want to do, just think about whether you're still on track for those things. And just course correct, right? Or I should say, just be aware that you have. And like I said, it's something that we have to kind of be aware of. Now, on that note, I'm going to pause a minute because, look, my stomach talking something. Y'all know I'm so off track with the food, though. But I knew that I gave myself an excuse, and sometimes we do that too. It's just like, and the biggest time I think that happens is school days. That's why I keep talking about that. I'm talking about those college years with we clubbing and stuff. And you may not have gone the school route, but it's usually that period of time in our lives we partying all the time. So think about that. Are you still on track with what it is that you want to do? And like I said, right now, for at least what I'm talking about today, I'm going to focus on the physical part of the weight loss part. The eating is a part of it too. So we're going to talk about all that because it's about, it's about balance. I really try not to say you have to do anything 100% because, when you go into extremes, it's not realistic. So balance is what it's about. And so, while it will require some, extreme measures for some of you who haven't been taking time for this. Like it depends on what your goal is, basically. So if you need to lose weight quickly, you won't have to kind of be extreme for like a week or so. You know what I mean? But as far as the balance is concerned, that's gonna come after. But the cleanse week, that's probably a little bit not so balanced. However, it's a necessary part of it. It's a necessary part of it because with every at least for me, this is what's worked for me. This is how I've lost that 100 pounds. I start with the cleanse. I always do. And so, but there are things that you have to prep for before that. And I'm going to get into that on Wednesday. I'm going to make sure that Wednesday, I'm going to bring y'all the first part of it. Like I said, I'm not in a super rush. There's no, I'm not taking calls right now. Every time I'm online, on a live, I try to take it off so that doesn't happen, but Anyway, you can try me afterwards. Maybe I'll be on Messenger for a little while, but I'm not taking calls right now. But while we at it, hey David, Ernie, Nadan, how y'all doing? Yeah, thanks, David. Yes. Well, I stay grateful. So thank you though, and I hope the same for you. I stay grateful no matter what's going on with me. So, y'all know this is a real big transition time for me. Um, but I want to focus on what my topic is today. I'm not going to talk about what I'm going through right now. Just as far as the weight loss is concerned, I'll share that. But yeah, so Wednesday. Other than that, that's what I want to talk about today. I think these are going to be, when I have these specific topics, things are going to be shorter because y'all know when I randomly just come on here, I can talk, y'all. I got hair to finish. And oh, I said I was gonna do a body shot. I'm gonna do that. Hold on. Mm. I said I'm gonna do that because right now I'm about 180 right now. And yeah, that's what I'm about right now. I'm gonna get a see, when I was overseas, they have those machines in the pharmacies where they give you the little printout. And so I don't have to worry about actual scale because I could just jump on it, get that printout, and show y'all if I wanted to do that. But yeah, I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll take y'all to that big old scale at the grocery store, or just get a scale. But y'all know, I gotta do everything, like everything that there is to do. I'm doing so. Yeah, a scale wasn't something that I was thinking about, but for this purpose, we'll see. We'll see. I don't think it's that deep. I'm not really doing it for a weight loss journey. I've already completed my weight loss journey. I'm just trying to take off these extra pounds real quick. And I wanted to share with y'all again. All right, especially for those of y'all who need it. So go ahead and share that with y'all. All right, so body shot. That's what I said I was gonna do, right? I'm trying to think where I would do a body shot real quick. Well, I said maybe too, right? Let me see. Maybe I do that on Wednesday. That sounds better than me trying to do a body shot right this moment. Wednesday, it sounds better. Because y'all wouldn't see all of me anyway. Y'all see like half of me, even if I stood up right now. So Wednesday, I'm gonna do that on Wednesday. We're gonna do that on Wednesday. All right. I said maybe anyway. Ain't no promises on here, right? All right. So what's going on with y'all? What else is going on, y'all? That's all I want to talk about and finish my stuff. So on that note, I guess I'll get off of here since I'm doing these specific things. Like when I come on here randomly, I gotta watch the time. Now, specific topic though is like, oh, here we go. I'm not even at an hour yet. Here I go. But yeah, getting back on track and doing this cleanse. So Wednesday, I'm gonna come with y'all with the first part. This is not the cleanse time. It's just some prep that has to go into it. And so Wednesday, I'm going to talk to y'all about the first thing to get ready for. So, cleanse is weeks away. How about that? If y'all want to go ahead and pick up the book, if you put Drop the Pounds, it's on Amazon. I should leave a link or something, right? I may leave a link somewhere. And y'all can go ahead and pick that up and go through it with me. It's pretty much what I'm going to go through with y'all as far as that's concerned. Take y'all through the whole process. And so by the end of it, you'll know how to not only drop the pounds that you need, but how to keep it off. I've just been real hard-headed. That's my recent game. And control situations too, with that quarantine. But if you are able to control your food, then you're able to do this. And so Wednesday, we're gonna start that off. All right. What else? That's it. Because when I start talking about other stuff, I'm gonna be making promises that I ain't gonna keep. So I'm gonna go ahead and not get ahead of myself. I'm just talking about Wednesday right now. So that's Wednesday coming up. Coming to y'all about this. I'm gonna call it something. This is about, the weight loss. All right, Wednesday. So look out for that. And y'all don't got anything for me, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm gonna go ahead and finish, finishing my food, whatever, all late, whatnot. I practice intermittent fasting. Most of the time, like I said, coming back here, I've been really off on everything. But if y'all know about intermittent fasting, and that's not something that I'm really talking about in the book. However, as your appetite changes as you grow. For me, I'm gonna talk about me because everybody's different. But as I've been getting smaller and smaller, my appetite changed and everything. So I found that I wasn't as hungry and everything else. So intermittent fasting work seemed to fit for my appetite. And so I have a certain amount of, if y'all don't know, intermittent fasting is where you have a certain amount of time during the day that you eat. That's usually shorter than average. Like, you're not waking up eating, and you're not eating by breakfast, lunch, dinner schedule. And it's a little bit restrictive. Anyway, I'll talk about that, but that's what I practice most of the time. So this is super late for me. Anyway. All right, so not to be repetitive on here and everything. I got hair to finish and food to eat, and I'm gonna see y'all on Wednesday. And I guess by Wednesday, I don't need to know what I'm weighing, but we're not doing the cleanse yet either. So just get ready. All right. The cleanse will probably come around. Let me see. I'm gonna look at the calendar instead of trying to think about it. So this Wednesday. Okay. All right. So this Wednesday, I can talk about. Let me say Wednesday. I'm gonna give y'all the schedule, but it'll be sometime in September that we will do the cleanse, and I'll let y'all know as we go through it and everything. All right. If you're not interested in doing my workout, then I would suggest that you go ahead and figure out what workout you want to do. I'm a beach body lover. I love beach body programs, and so I think any of their programs are a good deal. But think about what program you want to do and get that. Start percolating what exercise program you want to do. The program that I've come up with takes about a half an hour of your day. I think the longest is like 40 minutes, but probably about half an hour of your day. Was it 6 days a week? I'll go over that when the time comes. Anyway, so Wednesday, because I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. All right, y'all. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to see y'all on Wednesday with this. I may see y'all sooner with something else, but Wednesday. All right. So before I go, I'm going to give y'all some love. I'm going to get this rub on. And let me make sure I didn't miss anything before I go, y'all. All right. So let me give y'all some love. And I'll see y'all soon. All right. So let me give y'all some love. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Love and gratitude.